Have you ever worked tirelessly, including weekends, holidays, long hours, and in return, you are to be treated like a piece of meat? Then meet this young man, Oslo, who gave everything to his job, earning zero respect. But this one piece of advice is going to change the way people see him. Keep watching to learn the lessonful story. Oslo was in his mid 20s, full of energy and sharp as tact. For 3 grueling years, he worked at a chemical manufacturing facility. It wasn't just a physical labor, it was highly technical. Mixing volatile chemicals in exact proportion meant one mistake could ruin a whole batch. Because the job was brutal, draining both the mind and the body, the turnover rate was insanely high. Out of 50 people shift, most guys quit within 2 months. Some didn't even last a day, but Oslo stayed not for a day or a month, for 3 years. He knew the machines, the formula, and the workflow inside and out. He was making great money, pulling 7 days a week, but there was a massive catch. The company was entirely family owned. The owner, the HR director, the operational manager were all relatives. There was absolutely zero room for Oslo to grow. Worse, his manager knew Oslo was their best worker, but instead of appreciating him, he exploited him. The manager was ruthless, constantly pushing Oslo to his absolute limits while treating him like a replaceable machine part. But with hardworking nature, Oslo had one fatal flaw. He was wildly impulsive and deeply impatient. One afternoon, a massive power outage broke, forcing the facility to shut down early. For the first time in months, Oslo had a free evening. He ended up going to a local restaurant hosting a community event. There, he met with known pastor who was well-spoken gentleman. They struck up a conversation, and Oslo, being exhausted and frustrated, began to vent.
I give them my blood and sweat. I worked there for 3 years. No one even lasts there for a day. I train new staff every single day on top. I do the entire batch myself. I know the whole plant inside out. I barely made any error, but they treat me like garbage. I get absolutely zero respect.
The old man smiled softly.
That is an easy problem to solve, Oslo. Right now you are too available. You need to make your absence felt. You must intentionally step away so they realize how much they rely on you.
As soon as the word left the old man's mouth, Oslo's eyes lit up. His impulsive brain shifted into an overdrive. Is that it? He thought. The perfect revenge. While old man was still talking, Oslo aggressively shook his hand and said,
No need to explain further anymore. Thank you, Pastor. I know exactly what to do. I think it's time for you to stop worrying and let me do the work. Thank again. I gotta go now. I will catch you soon.
The very next week, Oslo executed his master plan. For the first time in 3 years, he called in sick for 3 consecutive days. When he finally returned, the impact was shocking. The same usual arrogant manager rushed over, looking all stressed and panicked.
Oslo, is everything okay? You aren't looking for another job, are you?
Oslo felt instant feeling of gratitude. He thought the old man's advice was pure magic. Oslo, being addicted to his newfound feeling of power, his impulsiveness took the wheel. He started to make this a habit. Every single month, without any warning, he would just stop showing up for 2 or 3 days. He loved watching the manager sweat. But 6 months into this routine, Oslo walked through the factory door and was met by the manager, who wasn't panicking this time. He was furious.
Pack your locker, you're fired. We had finally hired enough replacements to cover your absences. We don't need you anymore. Now pack your stuff and leave.
Next day, devastated and sad, Oslo tracked down the old man.
Your advice was a scam. It worked once, but it ruined my life, my earning. I lost my job, all because of your advice, Pastor.
The old man just looked at him with a sad, calm smile.
Oslo, the day we spoke, you were so blinded by your own excitement that you ran away before I could finish speaking. I was going to tell you to do it once to make them feel your worth. Then, wait 3 months. If nothing changed, do it one more time. After that, you walk in and demand a promotion, or you threaten to leave. But because of your impulsive nature, you couldn't be patient. You abused the strategy, and you played yourself right out of a job.
This is the end of the story. The lesson of the story: never let your impulses overtake your mind. A half-heard piece of advice is often more dangerous than no advice at all. You are watching Know You Motivation, the world of wisdom, power, and self-control. Please don't forget to hit like and subscribe.